Located at 140th Street and 96th Avenue in Surrey, British Columbia, Green Timbers Urban Forest is a site of unique attraction. This area was the location of an ancient forest that once lined the New Westminster and Yale Wagon Road, now Fraser Highway. After British Columbia joined Canada in 1871, population grew steadily in the Lower Mainland. Logging began in the Surrey area in the 1880s, including the densely forested Green Timbers area. During the 1920s, some 5,000 acres of green timbers were clear-cut to feed a local sawmill in Newton. During this period, a series of public campaigns occurred in the area, calling for the preservation of the giant trees. In 1929, logging ended and the entire Green Timbers area was cleared of its remarkable giant trees. In response to public sentiment, the BC Forest Service set aside a 14-hectare provincial forest reserve at Green Timbers. The reserve, which also housed a forestry training school, became the province's first forest nursery, supplying seeds for distribution throughout British Columbia. Meanwhile, the BC government set aside 640 acres along the Pacific Highway, now Fraser Highway, to be replanted as the province's first reforestation project. On March 15, 1930, passionate individuals and government representatives gathered at Green Timbers to participate in the planting of 120 Douglas fir, Sitka spruce, and western red cedar seedlings shipped from Victoria. The event was aimed at attracting public attention to British Columbia's first reforestation scheme. Many of these trees still stand today and can be found in the inaugural plantation. Also in 1930, the provincial government opened the Green Timbers Forest Nursery. In the following year, the nursery's first sale of seedlings was to the city of Vancouver. A total of 3,000 seedlings were purchased and planted in Stanley Park. After the 1930 historic tree planting ceremony, local residents planted thousands of trees to grow the first urban forest in the province. In the 1930s, an arboretum was established at Green Timbers, with as many as 140 types of trees from around the world. The purpose was to determine if these various trees could survive the local climate. Most survived, but those from Australia and New Zealand did not. By 1937, 121 hectares of green timbers had been replanted with over 357,000 seedlings. Fast forward 5 decades, in 1987, a group of concerned citizens formed the Green Timbers Society, and they played a pivotal role in preserving green timbers as an urban forest. In the years to come, they made significant efforts to help maintain the site while seeking to pass down historical knowledge. 1999 witnessed the closing of the Green Timbers Forest Nursery. During its over 60 years of operation, tree seedlings from the nursery were distributed across Canada and around the world. In 2008, the province of BC transferred 31 hectares, the last of the Green Timbers provincial-owned land, to the city of Surrey to establish the Surrey Nature Centre. The land includes the Arboretum, the inaugural plantation, the Lemon Grove, and a portion of the former nursery and its buildings. The Surrey Nature Centre at Green Timbers officially opened to the public on June 7, 2008. In 2013, a commemorative event was organized at the Lemon Grove to honor the contributions of Wadey and Betty Lehman to Green Timbers. They were founding members of the Green Timbers Heritage Society, and Wadey served as the society's first president. Located within the unceded territories of the Katzie, Kwantlen, and Semiahmoo peoples, Green Timbers Urban Forest is one of Surrey's largest parks at present, with over 200 hectares of wetlands, meadows, and nature trails wrapped up within a second-growth forest. Inside the park, a sizable boulder, geologically known as a glacial erratic, was left behind from a retreating glacier about 8,000 years ago. In the heart of the park lies the Green Timbers Lake, teeming with rainbow trout. Throughout the year, many events, such as guided nature walks and kids' learning programs, are organized by staff of the Surrey Nature Center and volunteers of the Green Timbers Heritage Society. This green gem is well preserved for the education and enjoyment of all Surrey residents and visitors from other parts of Metro Vancouver.
Yeah. Some federals.
Daily province. By the 1980s, they'd forgotten where this was. Nobody knew where it was. And in order to convince the province and the city to make this, to preserve the park instead of cutting it down, we had to try to, people that were trying to preserve it, look for heritage items. So a 1930 plantation would have been heritage. But you had to find it to show them that we do have heritage.
Yeah, right.
So I came out with Ron's dad and Waddy, and we went around in here. We used a compass, and we looked for trees. Each tree was described on the original map. So I looked for a pine tree. I looked for trees that didn't belong in the forest. And of course, once you found that they were actually lined up, see, there's a line of them down here.
Yeah. They would use to make boat and canoe.
They'd make little boats. Yes, they'd make boats.
So this one is the 2 tree.
That's a big one.
One tree. One tree or 2 tree?
That's 2.
That's 2, right?
Yeah, it's 2. Unusual.
It stacks together. Yeah. Just...
It goes in. It keeps on going in. It hurts.
Don't touch it. Mom, you touch it.
Devil glove.
No, so they do cut easily, but very, very strong. Stronger than most of them. But that is, and of course they have flat needles, and they don't hurt.
Yeah,
That's
hemlock.
a baby hemlock.
Baby hemlock.
7 feet tall. I've cut Surrey lines through it for miles. Just nothing you can do. You can't see anything. Just a wall of salal. And that's a very waxy.
Oh, that's interesting. All the salal here is really low to the ground.
It is, yeah.
Yes, but up in Seashell, it grows up to 7 feet. Considered a garbage stream by the early loggers. They would cut it down and lay it on the ground and drag the Douglas fir on top of it. And just leave them behind. Totally wasteful. When I worked up in Port Coquitlam, it's dead and it's full of pine beetles, and he's trying to eat them all. The pine beetle, when the pines all died in British Columbia, the pine beetle has now gone to the Douglas
Careful,
fir.
someone over. That's it.
Good morning. Good morning.
Beautiful, isn't it? It is.
Enjoying luck.
Head that way, that leads out to just where the parking lot is. Like there's
Thank you for watching and listening. Please subscribe to this channel, Words of Woods.